Welcome to part 4 of Busting the Myth of Midlife Crisis. Part 4 is called Think in Terms of Decades. I offer you this photo, which I took at the edge of a monastery property in Northern California. I was astonished by this structure, a bare concrete foundation with beautiful arches looking out in a timeless way onto open fields, facing west toward the lowering sun. I felt free to step beyond the moment and into a larger arc of time. In midlife, or in any stage of life really, we naturally think of life in terms of decades. Think back to when you turned from your late teens into your 20s. You were so not in your teens anymore. When you turned 30, you were so not in your 20s anymore. Your 40s, so not in your 30s anymore. Your 60s, well, so not in your 50s anymore. Why does turning a new decade matter? Because the assignments will look different. More will be asked of you. You will have more occasions to be tried and proven true than before. The fruits of your labors and your loves will be more mature. Each decade is your apprenticeship to the next. When you prove trustworthy with what you have been given now, more will be entrusted to you, as Jesus says in the parable of the talents. In my one-to-one work of spiritual direction, I ask my directees their age, especially if things are falling apart or starting to shift in new directions. They may be at the threshold of a decade and find themselves being apprenticed to the work of the years ahead. Or the falling apart may mean that something crucial wasn't addressed in their preceding decade. God doesn't need decades. We do. Decades help us to shape the arc of our life in measurable spans. Decades help us to offer parameters for growth and reflection on growth. So you can ask yourself, where am I in my own personal decade? Early on, in the middle, approaching a new decade? Next, ask yourself, how do I feel about where I am in this personal decade? Do I feel restless, energized? Do I feel like I have a good stretch of highway ahead of me where I can make some progress? Finally, ask yourself, do I feel like I've missed an important growth point which still needs to be addressed? Maybe with further education or stepping up for a larger assignment or tending to some relationship work, maybe through forgiveness or restitution. So I offer you this takeaway. Midlife crisis may be nothing more than normal growing pains or the normal initial hesitation to respond to an invitation to something larger than what you have known before. Invitations require a space of discernment before you can give your wholehearted response. But sometimes we just label the unexpected a crisis and settle for a dead-end diagnosis. I say, get rid of the crisis. You will discover that invitations to life, to your life, are everywhere. If you've downloaded the Busting the Myth Booster Pack from my store, I encourage you to schedule your office hour with me soon. While you're in my store, you'll find a wealth of resources at marysharonmoore.com. And please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and give a like, leave a comment, and share this video with friends. I'll be uploading more videos, so please come back for more. Email me your suggestions on courses or topics you'd like to see covered in the future. Your input is valuable. Part 5 explores where community fits into midlife's challenges and opportunities. Join me.